I think it's working. I think it's working, people. That's right. Is it recording? I don't know. I think so. All right. Let's just say it is. Bourbon and Pie is back, everybody. It's been 3 years. Can you believe that? 3 years. And where have I been? Just screwing around, Traveling. No. Life events. All kinds of life events. The biggest life event was something that a lot of you have gone through and some are going to have to go through and maybe not. You never know, which is taking care of aging parents. Our parents are older now, and it's really taken up a big chunk of my time. As a matter of fact, the year that I started the business, Bourbon and Pie, was the year my mom had a big fall. And then that started a whole trajectory of being there for her. And we even had to relocate twice. My wife and I and my kids at first in one move. And then we got some dogs in addition. Just throw that on. What the heck? Just throw that on. You don't have any time to do anything. Just throw on some dogs. So we got 2 small, great dogs. They're awesome, but, a lot of work. But the parent thing, that was a lot. And it still is, but not as much. And my mom is in a home. She's fine now. She's, doing as best as she can for her situation. And you know what? Through this whole time, I've been generating content. Content from stuff that was going on with me and watching my parents, learning from my parents, things to do, things not to do, ways to be, ways to think, just really take on a self-reflection and really finding better ways to be, I think. Being present, being aware, keeping my ego in check, keeping my pride in check, and there's just so much to share with you guys. And this comeback, I call it, because I'm resurrecting the podcast. Now I have more time to do this. I'm happy to do it. And I want to hear from you on the content that you want to hear. First, let me tell you, for those of you who don't know, the podcast is about effectiveness. Now I sit down with people and we have bourbon, eat some pie, talk about their journey. And the cool thing about that is you learn all kinds of ways that they are effective in context of what they've been through. And from someone else's perspective, what the goal is that you might be able to adapt to some of these tips and tricks. Things that may or may not work for you, but then you get to choose from these ways of being or doing or thinking or whatever. And it helps more than anything to hear it in context. So that's the whole idea of this thing. And me generating content for a book, it helps with that. So in the past 3 years, I've been writing a lot. I've got a lot of things to share from my writings. I've got guests coming on that we haven't had before. And I've got a backlog of 20-something podcasts that is in production. That's going to start coming out. So there you go. And I'm looking forward to all this. And again, want to hear from you guys. So that's it. All right. Remember, be kind out there. All right. See you soon.